Hi everyone, welcome back. Today, let's continue talking about our findings regarding perceived groupness. But first, I'd like to introduce a new concept, intergroup aggression. What is intergroup aggression? Intergroup aggression is a conflict that occurs between social groups, such as nerds, gamers, jocks, and popular kids. It's most noticeable in schools when a jock harasses a nerd. We will use this concept to frame our findings. But first, recall that approximately 61% of bullied individuals felt that they were bullied by a specific social group. We also found that as many as 57% of bullied students felt like they were picked on or targeted because of their social group identity. Of those students who were bullied by a specific social group, as many as 66% reported experiencing cyber victimization. However, as you will see in the chart, the prevalence of group perpetration of other types of bullying is common and ranges from 56 to 59%, meaning that many victims are predominantly bullied by groups. To get a better idea of how intergroup aggression works, we asked students to self-identify and label cliques at their school. Recall these from the last vlog? These groups included popular kids, nerds, art or music kids, marginalized kids such as loners, goths, and weird kids, poor kids, and athletes. This brings us to the question, which groups engage in the most intergroup aggression? Students identified popular groups as perpetrating the most social, cyber, and verbal aggression. Popular groups also perpetrated 26% of physical aggression. We also asked students which groups were more likely to experience victimization by a specific social group. We found that the highest group percentage of physical bullying happened to popular kids. Nerds were the primary victims of verbal bullying. The nerd and popular kid groups together experienced the most social bullying. Lastly, we found that popular kids were also the primary targets of cyber bullying. Our data also shows that being bullied by a group is not just hurtful, it is more harmful than being bullied by a single individual. In fact, our study shows that among bullied individuals, those who score high on perceived groupness also scored high on the following items: health problems, skipping school, hurt feelings, lower self-esteem, social withdrawal, and involvement in aggressive retaliation. These findings bring us one step closer to answering the dimensions of our main research question: when does rejection trigger aggression? Many of you may be wondering, what do these findings really mean, and how does this relate to perceived groupness? This information is important because it allows us to better understand intergroup conflict and who is most likely to carry out acts of aggression. Intergroup bullying is more likely to trigger retaliatory aggression. Clearly, bullying should be studied as an intergroup phenomenon because bullying is most problematic when occurring between groups. Intergroup bullying is more likely to trigger retaliatory aggression. Clearly, bullying should be studied as an intergroup phenomenon because bullying is most problematic when occurring between groups. In our next vlog, we will address the relationship between rejection and retaliatory aggression. In the meantime, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and socialrelationslab.com. See you next time!